Fragments falling through the silence. Millions voices, one horizon. Searching for the hidden pattern behind the chaos of existence. Spinning in a wheel of fragments, lost between the dark and light. They divide the world in pieces, trying to define the endless fight. Matter of consciousness, a question built to keep us blind. But beneath the surface movement, there is one connected mind. Not a universe of broken pieces, not a war of separate ways. Everything is transformation, every moment leaves a trace. Open your eyes beyond the illusion, feel the vibration of the living fusion. Do you see the kaleidoscope changing in the dark? Or do you build the mosaic, capturing the spark? Matter transforms forever, information flows inside. Measures the hidden language where the universe aligns. This is the worldview. The gate is open wide, a single living picture where all dimensions collide. WorldView, David Vengerovski. WorldView, one creation, real estate, one direction. Ancient voices shaped the story, separated earth and sky. Gave the body to the scientists, gave the spirit to the night. But the secret was forgotten, the connection in between. Every word becomes a signal, every thought becomes a stream. We are patterns in the motion, we are echoes of the source. Every system keeps evolving, following the cosmic force. Listen closer, feel the frequency, the code of nature, the memory of infinity. Do you see the kaleidoscope changing in the dark? Or do you build the mosaic, capturing the spark? Matter transforms forever, information flows inside. Measure is the hidden language where the universe aligns. This is the worldview. The gate is open wide, a single living picture where all dimensions collide. Beyond the borders, beyond the names, beyond the fragments, beyond the games. The universe is breathing, the matrix is alive. Step into the spiral, let the old illusions die. Worldview, a vision of tomorrow. Worldview, a bridge beyond the sorrow. Matter, information, measure. The pattern becomes clear. One eternal picture, one reality, the mosaic of peace. The worldview of the free. One system, one ocean, one infinite ocean. Worldview. From the first light, from the first cell, a hidden story only time could tell. A million changes, a million years. The voice of creation is calling us here. From ancient oceans, cities of light, life keeps moving through the endless night. Atoms becoming a living design. Patterns of nature expanding through time. Not a destination, not a final state. Evolution is motion, opening the gate. Every generation carries the flame, transforming existence again and again. We are the memory, we are the change. The global connection breaking the chains. Information flowing across every mind. A new human system is forming inside evolution. The universe is waking evolution. The future we're creating, from matter to information, from silence into sound. A billion different voices becoming one now. Evolution, the spiral keeps turning. Evolution, the fire keeps burning. We are the next expression of life becoming free. The global transformation of humanity. Higher and higher. Evolution. The world is alive. The tree of life is growing beyond what we knew before. Every culture, every language as another open door. The planet became connected through invisible waves of light. Knowledge travels faster than the speed of human sight. Machines become extension of memory and thought. A new age of creation from everything we brought. No separation, no final line, only transformation through space and time. The code of existence, the rhythm of the whole. Evolution continues inside every soul. Evolution, the universe is waking. Evolution, the future we're creating, from matter to information, from silence into sound. A billion different voices becoming world now. Evolution, the spiral keeps turning. Evolution, the fire keeps burning. We are the next expression of life becoming free. The global transformation of humanity. Listen to the planet, listen to the stars. Every single movement has brought us this far. The past is not forgotten, the future is not unknown. We are the living process. The universe has grown. Evolution, beyond the old horizons. Evolution, a new world is rising. Matter, information, consciousness in motion. One living system, one endless ocean. Evolution, the story never ends. Evolution, we transform again. We transform again. the sky. Life keeps evolving, never asking why. Evolution. 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 Hear the echoes of the ages, whispers carried through the stone. Before the world, before the nations, humanity was searching for a home. Vengerovski, real estate. The rivers kept the memories, the mountains held the sound. Every generation followed the path that came before us now. The voices of the ancestors are calling from the past. Every victory and every failure created what would last. We are the children of the timeline, the keepers of the flame. Every story, every moment built the future we became. History is the memory of the earth. History is the measure of our worth. Kings and warriors, dreamers and creators, lost civilizations and the future generations, all connected to the river of time. One endless story written in the human mind. Hear the drums, hear the voices, hear the ancient world.
Empires rose like oceans and disappeared like sand. Millions built the bridges between every distant land. The sword and the wisdom, the conflict and the peace. Every age was searching for a way to be released. Temples into science, from books into the screen. The history of humanity is changing what we mean.
Hear the wolves of the wilderness, hear the horses in the storm, hear the warriors of the ancient fields, protecting what was born. Hear the voices of the people across the centuries, the past is not a prison, it is the roof of what we see.
History, the heartbeat of the ages.
History, the book without the pages. Matter and memory, information and time. Everything we became is a pattern in the mind. But in the dirty and can lose it.
History,
But the story is alive. From the first life to the future life, the human story still writes tonight. we took the stone. Before the worlds, before the nations, humanity was searching for a home. In the forests of the ancient world, first fires came alive. Footsteps in the wilderness, learning how to survive. David Vengerovski, real estate. The rivers kept the memories, the mountains held the sound. Every generation followed the path that came before us now. The voices of the ancestors, I'm calling from the past. Every victory and every failure created what would last. We are the children of the time, the keepers of the flame. Every story, every moment, the future we became.
Another morning, another shift, another promise that never lives. We build the towers, we pave the streets, but someone else decides our dreams. Born at the bottom, learning the rules, know your place, stay in school. Work for tomorrow, live for today. The years keep fading our lives away. We raise the cities, we feed the land. Still every future slips through our hands.
Stay where you belong, everything is under control. Trust the experts, trust the screen, trust the story you've always known. Don't ask questions, don't cross the line. The system works, you're doing fine.
Something is missing, something feels wrong. Why does the silence last so long? Who writes the future, who draws the map? Who built the invisible trap? One voice says, one voice says, one voice says everything will be okay. One word, one crowd, one endless chain running in circles again.
Who's really free? Who's really blind?
Who's holding tomorrow inside their mind? We're chasing leaders, we're chasing names, changing the faces, repeating the games. The louder they promise, the less we see. We're searching forever for someone to lead.
Authority speaks, tradition remains. The crowd remembers, the crowd obeys. Don't think alone, gon' break away. Tomorrow begins exactly like today.
What if the answers were never above? What if the prison was built from our trust? What if the chains were invisible all along? What if we've been singing the same old song? David Vengerovski, real estate.
One voice follows, one voice commands, one builds the future,
One folds their hands.
the pyramid rises, the silence grows. Everybody watches, nobody knows.
You think you found the ones in control? Then who controls the elite? To be continued.
Above the crowd, there is a tower. Every tower has a foundation. We inherited the knowledge, we protected the flame. Generation after generation, we carried the name. The world needs direction, the world needs design. Someone must see the whole system in time. You hold the answers, you hold the keys. You draw the borders, you define what we see. The knowledge is guarded, the doors are closed, while the distance between us continues to grow. Power without wisdom becomes control. Knowledge without purpose can damage the whole. A leader without vision, a mind without care, creates a system that nobody can repair. Who is the leader? Who guides the guide? Who measures the power hidden inside? A pyramid rising from bottom to sky, but every level must answer why. Knowledge, responsibility, purpose. Knowledge. Responsibility, purpose. We built institutions, we created the plan. We organized nations through the power of man. But somewhere in history, the balance was lost. The servant of society became the boss. You call us the masses, you call us below, but without the people, nothing can grow. A system divided, what we can inside. When human potential is pushed aside. David Vengerovski, real estate. The true elite is not a name, not wealth, not power, not fame. The true measure is the ability to see and serve the future. Humanity beyond the pyramid, beyond the throne, beyond the illusion of standing alone. Knowledge is freedom when shared with the world. Responsibility for every boy and girl. The crowd creates history, the elite creates direction, but the future belongs to those who understand the whole system. Before the body moves, the mind must see. Before the world can change, there must be a key. Every system has a memory, every motion has a sign. The future is created through the architecture of information. A system is not a kingdom, not a wall, not a machine. It is elements connected with a purpose in between. Every part has a function, every link has a role. Every algorithm carries a direction of the whole. Nothing moves alone, nothing exists apart. The smallest piece remembers the condition of the heart. Information is the river, control is the flow. The world reveals its patterns to the ones who learn to know. Progressive. present gives a view, the future gives a direction. Through the vision we pursue, prediction is the doorway between blindness and control. A system without tomorrow cannot reach a goal. Read the signal, find the pattern, know the system, change the future. Some systems use structures, commands from above. Some systems form naturally through information and trust. A message can travel without a name or face and organize 1,000 elements into a new created space. The ocean does not need a captain for every wave to move. The hidden order of nature creates the rhythm of the groove. Vengerovski, real estate. Progressive information, the foundation of control, not the power over others, but alignment of the whole. Matter, memory, emotion, connected through the stream. The universe is learning through the patterns that we see. Progressive information, the wisdom of the age. The first step of understanding is to read the system's page. With information becomes action. Action becomes change. Change becomes evolution. And the cycle begins again.
A system without a purpose is a ship without a star. A movement without direction cannot know how far. Every journey needs a measure, every vision needs a sign. The future is created when the target is defined. Every system has a condition, every moment has a state, a position in the present, a direction toward the fate. The goal becomes a vector, a signal through the time. The distance from the target reveals the hidden line. Not every change is progress, not every speed is growth. The wise one measures movement between reality and truth. See the difference, measure the error, correct the motion, return to the center. Targeted stability, the balance of the way. A future made predictable through the choices that we make. The goal becomes the compass, the error becomes the guide. The system keeps evolving with the vision inside. Targeted stability, the rhythm of control. When the parts remember the purpose of the whole. A simple command reacts only after the storm, but wisdom sees tomorrow before the shape is born. The predictor watches patterns, the corrector makes the change. Together they reduce the distance between the real and the aim. The past becomes a teacher, the present becomes a view, the future becomes a possibility that the system can pursue. No system can be stable without knowing where to go. No power can create tomorrow without the ability to know. The map is not the journey, the model is not the land, but understanding the direction creates the birth. The world is always moving, the environment will change. A stable system doesn't freeze, it learns and rearranges through feedback and prediction, through memory and design. The intelligent system adapts before it falls behind. Vengerovski, real estate, real estate. Targeted stability, not stillness but control. A living balance moving toward the purpose of the whole. The future is not waiting, the future is prepared by those who understand the signals in the air. Targeted stability, the second law we find. Information gives direction, the goal gives the mind. Define the target, observe the state, measure the difference, correct the fate.
Beyond control, there is a higher way. Not every force creates, not every action builds. The wise system listens before it moves. Quality is not power, quality is the choice. The measure of a system is the wisdom of its voice. 1,000 possible actions, 1,000 ways to move, but only one direction will resonate with truth. The strongest hand is useless when it fights against the flow. The deepest understanding is knowing where to go. Not by pressure, not by force, by alignment, by the source. Qualified resonance, the harmony of control. When the purpose meets the method, and the parts become one whole. Not every signal matters, not every path is right. The highest form of management is balance with the light. Qualified resonance, the measure of the wise. The system finds its answer when the noise becomes a guide. Nature never struggles to create the living form. Every tree follows patterns, every river knows the storm. The universe is teaching through cycles and design. The secret is not domination, the secret is alignment in time. A controller without measure creates a world of pain. A controller with understanding with an intelligent hand. A goal without wisdom can become destruction. A power without balance can become corruption. But when knowledge meets purpose, when action meets the whole, the system becomes alive, the future finds control. David Vengerovski, real estate. Qualified resonance, the final level we find, where information becomes wisdom, and wisdom shapes the mind. The goal, the state, the action connected in one design. The system moves naturally when it follows the sign. Qualified resonance, the harmony of creation, a dialogue with nature, a conscious transformation. Information creates direction. Direction creates stability. Quality creates resonance. And resonance creates life. Before the answer, there was a question. Before the knowledge, there was a search. A living process, changing itself. Learning the language of existence. Intelligence is not a memory, not a collection of facts. It is a self-changing algorithm that chooses and transforms the past, creating information modules never received before, discovering hidden connections behind the visible world, between this and not this. The mind creates a picture, a mosaic of meaning built through every experience. everywhere, not only inside the human mind. The universe itself contains relationships, structures, and signs. Intelligence can appear through connection, through exchange, through many parts, becoming one process. One mind. Many voices. One system. Many choices. When individual intelligences share their understanding, something greater can emerge. A collective intelligence. Not a simple crowd, not imitation, but a living network where different perspectives complete each other. David Vengerovski, real estate. The intelligence within, becoming intelligence beyond. Individual visions, creating a greater form. Different minds together, aligned by information, or separated by confusion, creating fragmentation. The choice is ours. Connection or division, a higher understanding, a conscious evolution. The mind creates meaning, meaning creates direction, direction creates control, and intelligence creates the future. Creates the future.
Beyond the borders of the human mind, there are systems within systems, worlds inside worlds, a universe of connections. The structure is awakening.
Different forms connect them.
Supersystems moving through infinity, elements together creating a new reality. From the smallest particle to galaxies in motion, one endless structure inside the cosmic ocean. Supersystems, the universe in evolution, information flowing through every generation. A human being is a system. A society is a system. A planet is a system. A galaxy is a system. Each one contains patterns, each one contains memory. Each one exchanges information with the surrounding energy. The forest is communicating, the ocean is responding, the planet is transforming, the universe is evolving. Imagine a machine, a flexible creation, thousands of elements working as one operation. Now imagine humanity, millions of minds, different memories, different visions, one connected process. Systems within systems. Worlds within worlds. Time within time. Life within life. Some systems survive by maintaining balance. Some systems disappear when their elements are gone. Some systems evolve, changing their organization, unlocking hidden potential, creating a higher generation. The strongest systems are not those that never change. They are those that learn, adapt, and rearrange. David Vengerovski, Real Estate. Supersystems, from humanity to the stars, from invisible networks to distant galaxies afar. Every element matters, every connection creates. The universe is learning through the structures it makes. Supersystems, a cosmic intelligence, a hidden order beyond human perception. The greater system watches the smaller systems grow, a universe of relationship. A universe we begin to know. One system inside another. One intelligence inside a greater intelligence. The journey continues.
Before the words, there was vibration. Before the structure, there was connection. Millions of minds, one infinity. signals, patterns beyond the eye, energy and information flowing through space and time. We are not isolated islands, we are connected streams, 1,000 different memories, 1,000 different dreams. When similar information moves through many minds, a greater system emerges, a new structure comes alive. Not a single voice, not a single thought, but millions of signals creating something not bought. Divine aggregation, the hidden field of creation, information becoming structure, connection becoming transformation, from individuals to systems, from systems to the whole, a network of living signals moving through the soul. Divine aggregation, the language of the unseen, the pattern behind the people, the force between the scenes. Like power stations connected inside a planetary grid, like computers exchanging data through the networks that they build. Human emotions create waves, human ideas create form, shared information creates patterns. Where new realities are born, different fields can merge, different fields can divide. Some systems create harmony, some systems create a fight. Every culture has a memory, every generation leaves a trace, every collective imagination creates a living space. Ideas become structures, structures influence behavior, the invisible becomes visible through the actions of the creator.
Aggregation.
An egregor is not a person, it is a process in motion, a system of transformation created through shared emotion. Its power is measured by information and organization, by the algorithms of behavior inside the human population. Different fields can coexist, different fields can collide. The future depends on which information we provide.
Vengerovski.
Real estate.
Vengerovski real estate.
Information becomes action. Action becomes structure. Structure becomes economy. Economy becomes civilization. The question is not who controls the world.
The question is,
what is the purpose of control?
a market is a mirror of the values we create. A number is a signal, a decision, a fate. When wealth becomes the target, separated from the whole, the system gains a fortune, but it loses its soul.
Chromatistics measures profit for a company or a name, but economics asks a question:
Can humanity sustain?
can generations inherit
A world that still can grow?
Can the future find balance
In the choices that we show?
full function?
The complete circle of creation.
Information, purpose, action, forming,
Transformation.
full function.
The algorithm of the whole.
From the individual decision
To the destiny of all.
full function. Полная функция.
Funzione completa.
Function complete.
Funzione completa.
Every system has a vector, every vector has a goal, every action has a consequence inside the living whole. The state becomes a picture, the error shows the way, the correction changes tomorrow through decisions made today.
Interest rates move like signals, markets move like waves. Capital flows through borders, creating winners and slaves. But behind every transaction, behind every financial sign, there is a human story connected through the line.
Function,
The complete circle of creation.
knowledge becomes direction.
Direction becomes implementation.
Full function, the hidden architecture.
Connecting economy and society, humanity and nature.
Full function, полная функция.
Funzione completa.
Function complete.
Funzione completa.
A building is not only concrete.
A land is not only price.
A home is information.
About human dreams and lives.
Real estate is a system.
Of location, time and trust.
A map of human movement.
A structure built from us.
Cities Cities are living organisms.
Markets are fields of change.
Every property carries history.
Every street can rearrange.
The question is not possession.
The question is creation.
How do we build environments
For the next generation.
from Moscow to London, from Tokyo to New York, from villages to megacities, human systems talk. Different languages, different nations. One planet, one information field, one future. Full function. The complete circle of life.
Where knowledge meets responsibility.
Where vision
Meets the time.
full function.
The system finds its measure.
When humans understand
The purpose behind the treasure.
full function. Полная функция.
Full function. Funzione completa.
Function complete.
Funzione completa.
Information,
Goal.
action,
Feedback.
correction.
Creation.
The function is complete.
The system continues.
The future begins.